Hi, welcome to OCVarsity.com. I'm Dan Albano, here fast breaking to our first boys basketball segment of the season, here with my wing partner here, Steve Fryer. And Steve, we have our season preview came out, all your fine work. And we did have, did we jinx the number 2 team here, the Orange Lutheran Lancers? They played a good team, though.
Played a very good team
yesterday.
Yeah, they played Crespin. They lost. At Orange Lutheran, just a non-league game, not a tournament game. And it was, it's not a huge upset, Dan. It's an upset, but not a huge upset because, another group that does rankings all across Southern California had Lutheran at number 11.
Okay.
Crespin number 24. And you figure there's, 600 schools and the CF Southern section that play basketball. So the percentiles, that's what's like 5% difference between the two. And, it's preseason stuff. Who knows?
Okay. Well, what does that say, though, about the second-ranked team in the county, though? You want us, with the expectations that they'd start a little bit stronger, or are the Lancers going to be a bounce back?
Don't get too excited about November basketball.
Okay.
That's all it says. Just because, it's all about what happens at church. It's, it's like don't get too excited about the NFL in September.
Okay.
It's the same deal. So it's all about, who's playing in March.
Okay.
And I think Lutheran has a good chance playing March. Last year, they got to a championship game, and I think once they coalesce and figure things out, and, they're just high school kids, and maybe they kind of, just took it easy a little bit, saw the stuff about the rankings, and it got to their heads a little bit. But Chris Nordstrom's a good coach, and they got some good players over there, and
definitely.
They'll straighten it out. So there's 30 games left for them probably.
All right. So, Lancers were second in the preseason.
And guess who's number
OC?
1? You'll never guess.
Modern Day, once again.
Right.
Speaking of top-ranked teams, how much consideration did Corona Del Mar get as far as maybe, did you think of them as were they considered as maybe a third-ranked team in the county, or was it, I know Sea Kings are going to be pretty loaded this year.
Yeah, we have them up there in the top 5.
They're
They're a loaded up team. Danny Cheek is back, an all-CIF player. Clayton Ragsdale, very good point guard. They got Marcus Bailey, a very good transfer in from Beaumont. He's a big kid, 6'6" kid, very athletic. Gives them another dimension. So, that looks like maybe the 3rd or 4th best team in the county.
Okay. Speaking of transfers, Xavier Johnson is playing for Modern Day. Had a big opening game performance. I think it was against Savannah.
Yeah, 27 points, 8 block shots. He's a fine player, transferred him from Chaparral Temecula, where he was an all-CIF player last year as a sophomore. And he might be their best player. Caton Reinhardt's pretty darn good over there as well. They got all those, 4 freshmen that are going to contribute. Shaquan Aaron, a couple other good guys. David Brown, the senior guard, is back. A very steady player. So the Monarchs should be really good.
Stanley Johnson, Cameron Morrell.
And
also,
Mario Soto, another good freshman.
Another freshman. Is Coach Gary McKnight starting any of these freshmen?
I don't think so. I haven't seen him play yet. Okay. I think Aaron might have the best chance to play quite a bit from what I understand off of Summer League ball. But, we'll have to see how it sort of transpires. He's got a pretty good starter who's playing football still, Josh Cook, who's playing with the Monarchs as they play a playoff game this week. So he'll get in there. He'll play an awful lot. He's a real tough guy inside. Yeah,
Josh Cook, very athletic tight end.
Yeah, very good athlete.
Sky over, I think, Edison defender earlier this year, which was good. Hey, we mentioned a couple players. A couple other, can you give us a couple other, top standouts this year? You mentioned Dylan Garrity in your preview.
Right.
You mentioned Danny Cheek. Any other guys that we should be watching this year?
Well, gosh, Gabe York is an amazing player. Just a junior over there at Orange Lutheran. Guy can jump, and and he's a great outside shooter. And Dan, in high school ball, when you look at outside shooters, basically they're set shot guys. This guy is a 3-point jump shooter. He gets way up there and releases it. And, he may be one of the best outside shooters we've seen here since, I don't know, maybe Taylor King. Taylor King was a set shot guy. And York can jump, then he can take it to the hole. Great leaper, really fierce competitor, very good basketball player. An interesting guy to watch play this year is Braille Linda, the 7-footer, Kyle Caudill, who's signed with Boston College.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to see him play and how much he's progressed.
Yeah, see how Bray does in the Century League. So, hey, this week, I know Diablo Inferno is a big tournament.
Right. Loera tournament where Modern Day's rolling through.
Okay.
Diablo tournament's good. Mission Viejo's in there. That's a very good basketball team as well. The next week, very good tournament that gets going is Tournament of Champions. Always a good up tournament. Got some good county teams in there like Corona Del Mar, so that should be a good one.
Okay. So I know you're covering a ton of football right now, Steve.
Sure.
Are you going to be able to get out to any basketball here in the next week or so?
I hope to be out there in incognito, not covering, just wearing an Angels
Ocean
hat
View.
and stuff like that. Yeah, I'll try and get out there and watch a couple games.
All right.
Try and get caught up.
Tournament of Champions.
Yeah.
All right, well, hey, thank you, Steve, for your report, and be sure to join us throughout the boys basketball season here on our weekly basketball segments, and of course, you can follow us every day and at ocvarsity.com, where we've got you covered.